Hello everybody, Maisha here with another design video for you. I got my Kraftika box the other day, and it's the Czech Beads exclusive, and I started playing around with it and thinking up designs and everything, and I thought, well, let me stop and go and share with my folks here so they can get in on the fun. So basically, when you get a Craftica box, it's not like the other boxes where they label everything and tell you, what it is, what the colors are or whatever. They don't do that really. What they have on each package is they have a little code for you to go to their website so that you could see what it is there. And then if you want to order more because you like it, this is really like a sampler. If you like it, you can go onto their website and order more. So I don't really have the names of all of these, but what we do know about them is that they're Czech beads. And so, sorry, I'm fixing my camera. Um, so this is what I received in the box, in addition to some other findings, such as, some ring, like a ring base here that I've never gotten before or even used before, right? So you put like a cabochon there. I got that, some jump rings and some other findings, right? That, aren't, really exciting. The beads are really what's the most exciting about the box. Like this is a little seed bead mix. And it's not poured out here because I wasn't necessarily going to use it with this particular design, but that's what that seed bead mix looks like. It's very, very nice. And then some of these, I really like these here. They have that really neat design on the bead. I don't know if you can see that. Let me see if I can get it to focus. Hopefully that helped a little bit, but this little nice little design on there, I think that's really cute. I don't know what it is, but it looks like the number 8. Really cute. I have those off to the side because I'm kind of thinking about using them for earrings. These were really nice. There was only 2 of these. I'm going to use these for earrings. Actually, there was 3 of these. There was 3. And I'm like, when I'm doing a symmetrical design, 3 doesn't help me so much. So I decided that I would take 2 of them and put them with these 2 drops that came, and I'll just make some earrings. I don't know if I'll do it on this video, but that's what I'll do. And then this really pretty drop. So basically, this is what was in the box. I hope you can see everything. And so I just got started with making a necklace. I'm just looking at what I have here and just picking different beads up and creating a really nice petite necklace that's a little boho looking. And I'm just going to keep going. This is one side of it. As you can see, there are 2 silver beads here. So what I'm going to end up doing is taking one of these dragonflies and putting it there some kind of way as a drop. I'm going to put as a drop. So that's where I am, and I'm going to keep stringing up this one side, and then I am going to make it symmetrical. So I'm going to do the same that to go up on this side, and then I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to use this drop yet, but that's where we are so far. I want this to be a choker, so I brought out my ruler here. A choker is about 14 inches. So far, I've got, from the middle, I've got about almost 5 inches. So I'm going to do another 6.5 maybe on this side. I'll do another 6.5 on this side, and then I'll start on the other side. Okay. So as you can see, my pattern looks like this. It is the silver spacer. Then I have one of these little creamy Picasso beads here. Then I have a turquoise. Then I have this matte yellow bead, then a clear one. Then I have kind of like a little focal bead. And I'm just picking randomly with those. Then I do the pattern in the opposite direction, add a turquoise, and then I'm adding these pink ones, two of them on either side of whatever bead I choose. And then the pattern starts again, okay? And it starts again, and then it starts again. That's the direction I'm going. So now what I'm going to do is, because I used a pink one here, and we have pink here, then we have a focal, then we have pink, and then turquoise, I need to pick another one. And as you can see, these are all different here. And so I think I'm going to pick this one because I haven't used one that looks like this yet. Okay. And then I'm going to add the two pink on each side. These are like really cute. They kind of have like a Picasso wash on them as well. And the back to my turquoise. Okay, the matte. I don't want to gloss over. And this clear looking one. Okay, so that's our pattern, right? And now I'm going to use a bead that I haven't used yet, which is this one. And then I'm going to go backwards. And then I'm going to measure. See where we are. It's a little bit over 6.5, but that's actually perfect. So we'll leave it just like that. And as you can see, I'm still connected here with my soft flex. And I only need I do about 2.5, 3 inches on either side, so that I can trim. So now I'm going to kind of measure it this way. And then I'm going to cut off on this side. Okay. Let's do it again. Let's flip it over. Okay. Let me put a bead stopper on here. One moment. I'm going to push away. Walk up screen with you there, but easier than starting and stopping. So right here, I'm going to keep those beads from getting off. Okay. Let's see. Now we're going to do it again. We're going to go with the Picasso one. Turquoise. Uh-oh. Turquoise. Matte. Clear. And do this nice creamy one. Isn't that beautiful? It's beautiful drop bead. Okay. And then we're going to go the opposite. I think this will be a nice little dainty necklace. Boho. Would go with a nice summer dress. Spring dress, right? The colors are so refreshing and kind of beachy, tropical type colors. Very easy to look at. I could see using these same beads and creating, like, say, an anklet or something like that, you know, an earring, a whole set, like a anklet, a bracelet, earring, and the whole nine. And then one could um, walk along the beach, hold hand in hand with their significant other, something sweet like that. Doesn't that sound sweet? Okay, so now I'm going to use this bead. Okay, and then the pattern starts again on the other side. I'm so excited because spring break is coming up. I don't necessarily just get spring break off from work. I have to actually take vacation time. And so I'm considering um, visiting my grandkids or something. I don't know. But I would like to see them. I haven't seen them in a little while. Let me know if you have grandkids and you're around them and you get to see them. Just tell me how wonderful and great they are. I miss my grandkids so much. Um, but hopefully, spring break, I will get a chance to see them. Either they can come here, or my husband and I can go there. Maybe if I do go, maybe I can see if Becky and Jenny are around and visit them as well. That would be fun. Okay, let's see. Oh, we got a nice little flower there. Isn't that coming out nicely? So cute. And then we're going to go backwards or the opposite way. Not really backwards. And then I'm really loving turquoise. I think it's a really beautiful color. It basically goes with anything. Um, and I really didn't realize that before. You know, it wasn't until I started beading that I realized how beautiful turquoise is as a color and that it basically can go with anything. And I just fell in love with it. Turquoise, the genuine turquoise, you know, real turquoise is so expensive. Um, and I know why. Okay, almost done. This is a perfect day to be beading because the weather is so cold. You know, although there's some sunshine out there, it's still very cold right now this time of year. Okay, so this is, uh-oh, I'm missing one. Okay, I'm gonna check it out. Let's see. Okay, let's make sure. You always want to make sure that your beading is consistent, right? You always want to make sure that you didn't, you know, get your pattern messed up and have your colors going in the wrong direction, or that you didn't leave off a bead somewhere. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm double checking it. And I think that is super cute. I mean, I swear it could really be a cute wrap bracelet. It could be an anklet. But this time I want it to be a choker. So let's measure. Okay. So we're a little bit short of the 7 inches, which is good. The reason why it's good is because when I add the clasp on the back side, then it's going to give me some length there. Now, question, what should I use for clasp? Question. You know what? So let me look in these packs that I got from Kraftika. I think they included a class. Let's see. Well, I guess I'm unlucky because there is no class. Oh, there's a little tiny class. Do you want to use that one? That's really small. It's a dainty necklace, though, I guess. These are small. Do I want this or do I want to be fancy? Huh. Okay, let me think about it. Let me think about the class. In the meantime, let's put this off to the side and let's work on the little drop that I'm going to have. No, I'm going to use this one. The little drop that I'm going to have come down like this. It'll be just like that. Now, isn't that cute? That is really cute. It'll go like that down the middle. Okay. So all I've done here is it's just sitting on a head pin. And should I add a spacer in there? Nah, not that one. I'm not the biggest fan of bead caps, honestly. How does that look? And it looks okay. I could see maybe using a spacer. Let's try one of these. Let's try one of those. How about that? How's that? Not the greatest to me. So let's try one of these. Nope, that's not going to look right. I think I have something that might satisfy me. I have these. They're little baby, tiny spacers. And so these are the ones I'm going to use. The very tiny bead cap. You can barely see it. That's the one I'm going to use here. That's perfect for the way I want it to look. You can barely see it there at the top. I mean the bottom. I put one on the top. Okay, you can barely see that. It's small, but I like it because I want it to have a dainty look. So now let's pin this back. And then let's get what I didn't think about was whether or not I wanted it to go directly on here or onto a jump ring. And I think I want it to go on a jump ring. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn this to the side like that. Right, and I am going to make a little bit of a larger loop. Because now the loop will become part of the design. Okay, now I'm going to cut this off. And then I'm going to close it off. I want this to be a little more round, so I'm sticking it back in. Okay, and I'm going to round it off. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to fix it so that it lays the way I want it to lay. Okay, now it's a part that loop is a part of the design now. And the reason why I chose that instead of putting it directly on the right here just because I wanted to kind of be able to swing a little bit. And I think that this jumping is going to be too big. A smaller jumping. Okay. Now looky there. I like it. I like it. I like it. If it doesn't lay right or something, then it's easy enough to take the jump ring off, open up the loop there, and then just, turn it so that it fits on there without swinging. But I kind of like it dangling a little bit. That's what I kind of want. I want it to dang. I don't dangle. I don't really want it to be stiff. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean up this mat a little bit, and then I'm going to pull out my crimping bindings, and then we can go ahead and crimp this thing off. Okay, so I decided that I want to close this off with um, a C bead loop. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the crimp tube on. This is a soft flex crimp tube. Then I'm going to do a beaded loop, and I want to use this color because it matches very closely. If it'll go on this, these are like size 11s. Oh my gosh, I can't open that. Oh, help me. Good grief. My gosh, is this taped on here? I'm not that weak, am I? Come on. Okay, I did it. Oh my gosh, I was getting ready to start praying. Okay, so I took out a bunch of them. Let me see if they fit on this. I think they will. Yeah, they fit. Okay, so I'm going to use the seed beads here. And I'm going to create my loop with them. I kind of want the back of the necklace to look a little soft. So I'm just going to make a loop out of these. And I'm going to look at it and tell you how many I'm choosing. Oh, boy, oh boy. Come on. Be nice to me. Does that ever happen to you? Do your beads go flying at some random time in your design? And just pop off. Okay. I'm going to use whatever number it is going to be an odd number for sure. So let's see. I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and 11. So let's see how that loop looks. Okay. When we turn it over, is that a nice size loop? Yeah, I think so. Because I'm going to use a jump ring. So I think that's a nice size loop. I'm going to take it back through the crimp tube and see if I can get it through this turquoise bead. Hopefully I can. Let me see. Let's see if I can get it through there. That hole's pretty small. No, it's not going to work for me. So let me do this. Let me go ahead, right? And I'm going to use my magical crimper on this thing. And go ahead and close it off. And then I'm just going to turn it. I'm going to put it in that little cavity there. And then I'm just going to keep turning it until my crimp tube turns into a little bead. It's already starting to turn into a bead. And it looks very clean and shiny. Okay. And then that's not going to go anywhere. Okay. And now I can go ahead and cut this off. And I'm going to save this little piece of soft flex because I might be able to use it for a pair of earrings or something like that. Okay. And I'm going to do another loop on this side. Isn't that nice? Doesn't that look nice? Nice and clean and pretty. I love it. Okay. So let's do it again over here. Let's do 11. I can count. Okay, 3, 4, 5. Mom, look at me. I can count. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. If I could just get it on the wire there. 10, 11. Oh, okay. If you've been watching me, what did I do wrong? Anybody? You guessed it. I put my seed beads on without putting my crimp tube on. So guess who has to start all over again? Let's see if I can put as many as possible on there. Where did it go? It didn't go in. There's some on there. Alright. Oh, okay. So I was only able to get 4 on. So let's get 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. Let's go ahead and put it on. Okay. And take all the way down. Right. Let's make sure we still have some room. Isn't that cute though? Because even in between, you can kind of see the turquoise between the seed beads. I think that is so cute. I really, really do. I love the soft flex because even if it shows, it's so pretty that it won't, it won't take away from the design, right? Isn't that gorgeous? Love this turquoise color. Let's see what color this is. This is turquoise. Yeah, turquoise color, just like I said. It's crossing, and so I'm having a hard time. It's okay. Mm-hmm. All right, and we're going to get it in cavity and push. All right, now I can go ahead and start to return it. Okay. Just making sure it fits in the cavity and just turn until it turns into a ball. And then it's a little ball. Okay. And now I can cut it off. And guess what? Let me tell you what the beauty of doing it this way is. The beauty of doing it this way is that all I need to do on the ends is put jump rings. If I wanted to make it longer, say I said, I don't want it to be a choker anymore. I want it to be a longer necklace. I can then, if I want to, I can do some barrel knots on the end here and add leather to the end here and make it a longer necklace. I can put chain on it. I can put sari silk on it. I can do whatever. It I can just use jump rings on either side, a jump ring here so I can clasp, or no jump ring. I can clasp it directly. I can clasp it directly to this loop, right? And just put a jump ring on the other end, right? Just like that, if I wanted to. See, I can do that, right? If I want to, right? And it's just like that. It is really, really cute. But what I do want to do here is I do want to add an extended. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put another jump ring on the other side. And I am going to put that on. Okay. And then I'm going to make this one's going to I'm going to add this chain. So that it can be an extender if necessary, right? Okay. Let's see, we can go through any one of these spots, right? That's where it can go. And then I'm going to put a bead on the end here so that I can finish it off and it'll look really pretty. So I'm going to look in this handy dandy organizer, the one that I put everything in, and I'm going to finish it off with one of these turquoise beads. I think that's really cute. And let's see, do I want to add anything to that? Let us think. You know what? This one didn't get a whole lot of play. That didn't get a whole lot of play in the design. So why don't I put these on there? Let's see. Let's see how that looks. Get a head pin. I'm running out of ball head pins. That's not, I think that's gold. There's a silver. Okay, so let's do this. See what we can make of it. Yeah. That's how I want it. Okay. Let's open it up. Let's stick it on the end. And then let's close it out. Oh, my hands are slipping a little bit. Okay. And let's go ahead and wrap it. Oh, Ginger. Ginger, I'm taping right now. You don't want me to tape? Ginger wants out. So I'm going to have to pause. I'm going to have to get little girl out of here. She might have to go to the potty. Okay. So there's the end of that one, right? Isn't that cute? It's adorable. I love it. It's so pretty. So now what I want to do for you is I want to go ahead and make the earrings that I had mentioned earlier. Okay. Um, I'm going to let Ginger out, and then we're going to come back and we're going to do these earrings. Okay, so I let Ginger out, but not only did I leave Ginger out, but I had to cook, I had to clean, and now we're actually another day. So I wanted to finish these earrings for you. I did play around with them to come up with a cute design and decided that these weren't going to be the ones that I would use, so I'm moving those to the side. And I decided to make these. They're not so big of a earring. They're very dainty, they're very cute, and they're very flowy. So I'm going to show you how I made those earrings to go with this necklace that I think is just so adorable. To do that, all I need is this soft flex wire that I used for the necklace. I'm going to use the one bead that has like the what is that? That looks like a clover on it. I don't know if you can see the clover on it. It has a clover on it, and then it's got a Picasso finish, and then this drop bead. So to make these, first I'm going to start with the bottom, which is going to be this drop bead. And I'm going to use these seed beads that I had in my stash. They're like a turquoise color. And then I put this one seed bead at the top just to make it cute and to tie in the turquoise color that you see in the necklace and even the other component on the earring. I'm going to use my 2.25 millimeter one-step looper to put that wire in from the ball head pin. Close it. And then I'm going to straighten out this loop here. And close it completely. And that's our first component. Now to make the second component, the way I did this one was I took the seed beads and I put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 on one side and 8 on the other side of a silver color seed bead. This little tiny one, which is an all over. Actually, let me do this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's connected to here. Come on, come on. 6, 7, 8. So I got these seed beads from this handy dandy seed bead mix I got from Potomac Beads. They gave me that in one box, and then they gave me this one in another box. So those came from Potomac Beads. They're very nice. Okay, so then we have 8 more on this other side. And okay, so we have 8 on either side. The silver seed bead like that. And then we're going to get a two. Okay, put it on one side, take the wire and bring it back to the other side to make this loop. And then I'm going to use my one-step looper to turn that crimp tube, that's a number 2 crimp tube. I'm going to use my one-step looper right in that cavity. It goes in good. And then I go to pull it tight. And make sure it's tight on both sides. And then make sure I don't crack the seed bead too. Okay. So I smashed it. So now I just have to just keep going around it until it can get a little tiny. And I'm just being very careful. Back to see. Act like they want to get anything there. Oh. Just trying to make sure it fits like a bead. Okay. I think it could be better. It's like a bead nonetheless. Okay. The funny thing about the one-step loopers, not the one-step looper, but the magical crimper, is that you have to do that thing perfectly for it to come out. Okay. So there we have our loop. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect the bottom, drop to the loop. Okay. And now I have one more. Still using the 2.25 millimeter one-step looper. This excuse me, 20 gauge silver copper wire to make my first head pin. And stick it in to make my copy of it. It's kind of jagged and cut. Now, because I'm going to put the hook at the top, I need one pin to go vertically or perpendicular, and then I need perpendicular, and then one to go parallel. So do this parallel to the bead. I'm going to do this one going the opposite direction. Instead of closing it off, I'm going to go ahead and loop on. In fact, I want mine more narrow layers. And just wiggling it side to side until it gets close. And then we have the last one on. Now the last thing we need to do is put the ear wire, and that's interesting. I have my ear wire. It must have jumped off my mat or something. Okay. Here we go. We're going to put it on, and that's going to be it. Yippity-doo-dah. And there we go. So cute. Oh, they are so cute. They are super cute, super cute, super cute. So here we go. There are our earrings to go with our beautiful necklace. I love them. I think they are so sweet and so summery. And I think they would get lots and lots of compliments. Typically, that's how I know that I'm doing a good job, because somebody always will say, I love your necklace, I love your earrings. I'm like, okay, thank you, thank you. That means I'm on the right track. So here you go. And even if they didn't, I still love them. So that's that. But here we go. Here's the set. I hope you like it. I hope you like this video. Please hit the like button, subscribe, join our Facebook group. We have a lot of fun over there. We get to show what we make and kind of engage with each other. It's always a lot of fun. So until the next time, go and make something beautiful, and I'll see you in the next video. Okay, so I let Ginger out, but not only did I leave Ginger out, but I had to cook, I had to clean, and now we're actually another day. So I wanted to finish these earrings for you. I did play around with them to come up with a cute design, and decided that these weren't going to be the ones that I would use. So I'm moving those to the side, and I decided to make these. They're not so big of a earring. They're very dainty, they're very cute, and they're very flowy. So I'm going to show you how I made those earrings to go with this necklace that I think is just so adorable. To do that, all I need is this soft flex wire that I used for the necklace. I'm going to use the one bead that has like the what is that? That looks like a clover on it. I don't know if you can see the clover on it. It has a clover on it, and then it's got a Picasso finish, and then this drop bead. So to make these, first I'm going to start with the bottom, which is going to be this drop bead. And I'm going to use these seed beads that I had in my stash. They're like a turquoise color. And then I put this one seed bead at the top just to make it cute and to tie in the turquoise color that you see in the necklace and even the other component on the earring. I'm going to use my 2.25 millimeter one-step looper to put that wire in from the ball head pin. Close it, and then I'm going to straighten out this loop here and close it completely. And that's our first component. Now to make the second component, the way I did this one was I took the seed beads and I put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 on one side and 8 on the other side of a silver color seed bead. This little tiny one, which is an all over. Actually, let me do this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, it doesn't. It's connected to here. Come on, come on. 6, 7, 8. So I got these seed beads from this handy dandy seed bead mix I got from Potomac Beads. They gave me that in one box, and then they gave me this one in another box. So those came from Potomac Beads. They're very nice. Okay, so then we have 8 more on this other side. And okay, so we have 8 on either side. The silver seed bead like that. And then we're going to get a 2. Okay, put it on one side, take the wire and bring it back to the other side to make this loop. And then I'm going to use my 1-step looper to turn that print tube, that's a number 2 print tube. I'm going to use my 1-step looper right in that cavity. It goes in good. And then I got to pull it tight. And make sure it's tight on both sides. And then make sure I don't crack the seed bead too. Okay. So I smashed it. So now I just have to just keep going around it until it turns a little tiny bead. And I'm just being very careful. Back to seed. Talk like this on here. Careful. Just trying to make sure it looks like a bead. Okay. Mhm. I think it could be better. It's like a bead nonetheless. Okay. The funny thing about the one-step loopers, not the one-step looper, but the magical crimper, so you have to do that thing perfectly for it to come out. Okay. So there we have our loop. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect the bottom, drop to the loop. Okay. And now I have one more. Still using the 2.25 millimeter one-step looper. This excuse me, 20 gauge silver copper wire to make my first head pin and stick it in to make my copy of it. It's kind of jagged and cut. Let's put that in. Now, because I'm going to put the hook at the top, I need one pin to go vertically or perpendicular, and then I need perpendicular, and then one to go parallel. So let's do this parallel to the bead. I'm going to do this one going the opposite direction. Instead of closing it off, I'm going to go ahead and loop on. In fact, I want mine more narrow layers. And just wiggling it side to side until it's close. And then we have the last one on. Now the last thing we need to do is put the ear wire, and that's interesting. I have my ear wire. It must have jumped off my mat or something. Okay. Here we go. We're going to put it on, and that's going to be it. Yippity-doo-dah. And there we go. So cute. Oh, they are so cute. They are super cute, super cute, super cute. So here we go. There are our earrings to go with our beautiful necklace. I love them. I think they are so sweet and so summery. And I think they would get lots and lots of compliments. Typically, that's how I know that I'm doing a good job, because somebody always will say, I love your necklace, I love your earrings. I'm like, okay, thank you, thank you. That means I'm on the right track. So here you go. And even if they didn't, I still love them. So that's that. But here we go. Here's the set. I hope you like it. I hope you like this video. Please hit the like button, subscribe, join our Facebook group. We have a lot of fun over there. We get to show what we make and kind of engage with each other. It's always a lot of fun. So Until the next time, go and make something beautiful, and I'll see you in the next video.